It is the Riot on Radio U, 8772 Radio U. We have a man in New Jersey. He's facing up to 20 years in prison. His crime, selling chainsaws.
Why is that a crime?
Because he was...
Was it a scheme?
It was a scheme. It was a
pyramid one?
No, he was chopping down the pyramid or helping other people chop down the pyramid.
There was never any chainsaws to begin with.
He is a Amtrak engineer, and so the start of his problems is that he was taking chainsaws and chainsaw parts from Amtrak. And that's where he was getting the stuff to resell. So, yeah, you can make a good profit on stuff that you're not paying for. So he was snatching them from his projects he was working on for Amtrak, and then he would sell the chainsaws or the parts either directly to buyers or it says online through auction. So he was eBaying the chainsaw stuff. In total, he took 114 chainsaws.
Wow.
And hundreds of replacement parts and resold them all. But the thing that really makes it a crime is that he was sending them in the mail.
Oh,
so
it's mail fraud.
It was mail fraud.
Oh.
So all of these chainsaws that he stole from Amtrak, but the true crime that he committed was the mail fraud.
Wow.
Yeah, so that wound up being what did him in. So this was over the course of 8 years, from March of 2012 until July of last year.
They say that he earned over $76,000 from reselling the parts, which again, they were not his things to begin with.
Yeah.
And when you're taking things from, Amtrak and then selling them and reselling them and using the mail to ship them, then it becomes mail fraud.
Yep. And so $76,000. You think that doesn't sound so bad. That's over the course of 8 years.
Yeah.
So that's still like $10,000 a year.
That's plenty.
That's a decent
plenty.
amount.
He also was charged with theft from an agency from receiving federal funds. So
that's what he did. That was his crime. His real crime was against the federal government.
So he's had a lot of alternate money sources coming in. It wasn't just that.
Well, in total, he's now facing up to 20 years in prison and a fine of $250,000.
He's going to need more chainsaws.
Yeah, he's going to have to sell a whole lot more chainsaws. Who knew there was so much money in the chainsaw business, though?
I don't know. It's just probably also the parts, too. So he is scheduled to be sentenced in April of next year.
His name is Jose Rodriguez, and he's finding out that you can't just steal chainsaws from Amtrak.
You can't.
That's and send them through the mail. If he was just selling them on Craigslist, he might have gotten away with it.
Well, that's why, just as a reminder, if you're finding something on like Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist, or if you're looking, you're like, wow, what a deal on that chainsaw or that part. You're like, surely that's not stolen.
Yeah.
It absolutely, everything is.
It could be if it looks too good to be true. I wonder if somebody has to go now and track down all of the chainsaws.
Oh, and to find them and bring them back? No. But it will also just a nice, healthy reminder. If the person tells you it's not stolen and they have a big, elaborate story as to why they're selling this item, that also means it's stolen.
If it was a chainsaw, I'm not asking if it was stolen because I'm afraid the chainsaw might be used on me.
How do you do that for pickup? Like maybe that's why you want it mailed to you? You do not want to meet this guy for pickup.
No, you don't want to do a handoff because one person is at a serious advantage.
Your hand will be off.
Right, that's right. It's the Riot.